What's up guys, my name is Brandon and today of course was Apple's big September event. I'm sure most of you followed it, especially if you follow me on Instagram. You've already seen a lot of this stuff, but I want to talk about it a little bit more in depth and tell you everything that happened today at the big September event, which did take place in the Steve Jobs Theater for the first time ever. So of course at this event, Tim Cook and company unveiled a lot of awesome products, most of which we already knew were coming just based on the leaks, but still, it was still exciting to see them all announced and get the release date and the price right and everything like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and recap everything important that was announced at the event and tell you a little bit of my thoughts. So the first product that was announced was the Apple Watch Series 3. So this new Apple Watch comes with LTE built in and you keep the same phone number as your iPhone. So there's no need to get a new phone number or anything just for the watch. So of course with this new Apple Watch, you're going to be able to make calls, you can stream music from Apple Music, and pretty much basically everything without Wi-Fi. So it's really cool, but one thing I did notice that it's only on select carriers. So not everybody's going to be able to get the LTE version. Make sure you check it out in store or online just to make sure you can get it. And we also don't know the pricing yet as far as how much it's going to cost per month. And of course this Apple Watch does also have GPS and it's also swim proof, so you can go ahead and leave it on while you're surfing or swimming or anything like that. And actually what's really cool about the Apple Watch Series 3 is that the display itself is the antenna, which is just pretty awesome. So the Series 3 has a new dual-core processor, which is about 70% faster than the Series 2. We also have a W2 wireless chip, all-day battery life, and more. And we have all these features in the Series 3 while remaining the same size as the Series 2. There was also a few new colors and bands that were announced as well. So as far as pricing for the Series 3, it's going to cost you $399 for the LTE version, and it's going to be available on September 22nd. So the next product announced was the Apple TV 4K. So we're going to get to the iPhones in a minute, but I just wanted to briefly touch on the Apple TV 4K. So yes, we now finally have 4K HDR on the Apple TV, and this new Apple TV comes with an A10X Fusion chip, which is twice as fast as the previous generation. And what's really cool is that the 4K movies and TV shows are the same price as they are in HD, so you're not going to be spending more for 4K. There's also live sports on this new Apple TV, which pretty much sells it for me. So you're going to be spending around $179 all the way up to $199 for the Apple TV 4K, and that as well is available on the 22nd. Now let's talk about the iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus. So the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus are both made of stronger glass on both the front and the back, and it's made of glass on the back because we now have wireless charging in the new iPhone. We're going to have improved stereo speakers, which are going to be about 25% louder than the iPhone 7 with even deeper bass, which is going to be awesome because I really love the iPhone 7 stereo speakers. The iPhone 8 is also going to be rocking a 6-core 64-bit A11 Bionic chip, which is also about 25% faster than the iPhone 7's A10 chip. This new A11 chip also has a new image processor with faster low-light autofocus, new hardware noise reduction, and more for the camera. Speaking of the camera, the rear-facing camera on the iPhone 8 has an all-new 12-megapixel sensor that provides about 83% more light while also being more power efficient. And the 8, not the 8 Plus, also has OIS now, so you can also shoot video in 4K at 60 frames per second on both the 8 and the 8 Plus. And the iPhone 8 Plus has the same improved sensors along with improved portrait mode. And as far as the video goes, Apple actually designed a video encoder themselves with faster video frame rates to create, quote, the highest quality video capture ever in a smartphone. Schiller also said that the iPhone 8 is, quote, the first iPhone really created for augmented reality and the first smartphone as well. So I mean, there were some amazing AR demos shown on stage, and I'll definitely be showing you guys some examples once I get my unit in hand, but the AR looks incredible on the iPhone 8. Again, we also have wireless charging, we have fast charging as well, and Bluetooth 5.0 on the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. So it's going to come in 64 and 256 gig variants with a starting price of $699 for the 8 and $799 for the Plus. We didn't get the pricing on the 256 gig version. Pre-orders for the iPhone 8 are going to start on September 15th, and they're going to ship out on the 22nd. So we also got news that iOS 11 is going to be coming on September 19th. And then, just when we thought it was over, Tim Cook came back on stage for the one more thing, and we all knew what that was. It was the iPhone 10, written as iPhone X. It's what Apple's calling the future of the smartphone, and Tim Cook said, quote, it's only fitting that we're here in this theater on this place to reveal a product that will set the tone for the next decade. And of course, when the phone was shown on the screen, pretty much nobody was surprised because it looked just like the leaks, you know, no bezels, a full OLED screen, but it was still amazing to watch. I mean, I got chills just watching the visuals and just seeing it actually come to fruition. And Tim Cook also said that, quote, this is the biggest leap forward since the original iPhone, and I would have to agree there. So let's talk about this iPhone 10. So the iPhone 10 has a 5.8-inch OLED Super Retina display with a resolution of 2436 by 1125 with 458 pixels per inch. So that's the highest pixel density in any iPhone ever. Now, of course, there's no home button on the iPhone 10, but there's still 3D touch there and everything like that. So one thing I did notice when they were showing the demo that's really weird is that on the iPhone 10, the control center actually comes from the top. So you basically swipe down from the top to reveal the control center, and it's like the full screen. So this is going to be really interesting to see. You know, I don't know where the notifications are going to come from. I really don't know how this is going to work, but I did see that during the demo and it was pretty interesting. Now, of course, since we have no home button on the iPhone 10, you're just going to tap the screen to wake it up, and to go to the home screen, you're just going to swipe up from the bottom, and it, you know, just this whole process just looks so much easier, just a much easier way to unlock a phone in general. So I really like this. I really can't wait to try it out. Now, of course, since there's no home button on the iPhone 10, that means there's no Touch ID. It's not built into the screen or anything like that. So to replace it, Apple introduced Face ID, which was also rumored. So this is, of course, Apple's facial recognition feature that we've all been waiting on for a while. So to use this, all you have to do is look at the phone and it's going to unlock. And the software learns your face. So you can be wearing a hat, you can be wearing sunglasses, you can be wearing whatever, and it's still going to unlock. You just have to make sure that your eyes are open and that you're actually trying to unlock it. And the chip that makes this possible is the same A11 Bionic chip from the iPhone 8 with a neural engine, which was built for machine learning. And as far as security and how secure this is, Apple says that there was about a 1 in 50,000 chance that a random user could unlock your phone with Touch ID, but the chances with Face ID are 1 in 1 million. So it's pretty secure. Now, with the face tracking technology in the iPhone 10, you can do more fun things like making animated emojis called Animojis in iMessage. They spent a good deal talking about this, but I don't really think it's too crazy. But anyways, the dual camera setup is just as we saw in the leaks. The cameras are flipped vertically and protrude outwards. We have the same 12 megapixel dual cameras as the iPhone 8, but we do have dual OIS. We have quad LED True Tone flash and also portrait mode selfies, which I'm really excited about. As for the battery life, you would expect it to be worse than the 7 or about the same as the 7, but Apple's claiming that it's going to last 2 hours longer than the 7, which is awesome. And just like the iPhone 8, the iPhone 10 comes in 64 and 256 gig variants, and this one starts at $999. And once again, we did not get a price for the 256 gig variant. So pre-orders for the iPhone 10 are going to start on October 27th, and they're going to ship out on November 3rd. And then you can see here a picture of all the iPhones and their most up-to-date prices. And that was pretty much it for the event. So, I mean, I'm super excited for the iPhone 10 because, you know, a nearly bezel-less iPhone is like a dream come true. I also love the portrait selfies feature and Face ID, which is pretty much a big deal for me. So I want to test that against the S8 and things like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you going to be getting the iPhone 8 or the iPhone 10? You're going to be getting the Apple TV or going to pick up an Apple Watch? Let me know what you think about everything down in the comment section below. I'd love to see your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe for a lot more coverage on all these devices. I'm going to be getting all of them, so you're going to see the reviews and everything here on the channel. But thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.